Welcome back, everybody, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans, featured right here on the Impact Lounge. This is Trent, my bodacious co-host, Jaybone. Jaybone, say hello to the people.
Bodacious. Well, thank you, Trent.
We are scumless today. It's a clean podcast, Jay. No scum in sight. The scumbag's working, but we might have a run-in. But this is about the time the scumbag might do something like, "Hey, Jay, Hey, what's up? Where's your daughter at, Jaybone? How's she doing?" And then he'd probably take a drink and do something illegal. But that's probably where I would insert Kyle right about there.
Some vaping, I'd be yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And then crude comment about your daughter, like, "Hey, Jaybone, what's your daughter up to today?" Something like that. Drinky drink, vape. "Oh yeah, it's a good match. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, we talking about Impact. Okay, all right." No scum. It's a scum-free zone. He's being an honorable member of society by go ahead and he's working, So, but maybe we'll have a run-in. We'll see. Let's go, Eric Jack. Let's do it. We're going live, ladies and gentlemen. We are now here. It's still illegal in this area for now.
Hey, look at this smart ass. How was dinner? Wink, wink.
No, it was actually dinner.
It was actually. I told him. I'm like, guys, no, he was actually eating. I told you guys.
Guys, I live alone I live alone in the chateau here. Okay, I got to make my own dinner. Usually, I'm not even home to cook dinner. I'm so busy doing stuff. But today I had to make dinner. So, all right, I had to do something. But guys, we're here to talk about the November 12th, 2019 edition of Impact Wrestling, Impact on Access TV. Going to break down the show, go a little match by match like we do. We're going to do some feedback and a little news beforehand, talk a few things. We got some comments and some topics in the chat here. And Jay, you're doing a great job doing these comments so far. Keep that up.
I'm trying. Right. I'm trying to click, listen to you, and read at the same time. For a 45-year-old bald male with other health issues, this is not. I may have a stroke halfway through the show.
Poor guy, poor bastard. Well, you tried, Jay. You tried. Hello, party people.
If I all of a sudden dip out of the screen, you understand what happens. All right. Does anybody? By the way, does anybody know CPR in the somewhere?
Give it a rest.
Anywhere out there? You guys? Anyone?
Give it a rest. Take it easy. Right. Take it. Behave yourself here. All right. Here we go. All right. So there's a lot of people talking about ACH.
Yeah, let's discuss this for a second. I'm going to take a break from the chat. You guys just
before you jump
responding.
Keep responding. Before you jump in, though, Jaybone, the only reason I'm allowing this is because ACH wrestled a few matches at Impact Wrestling. There's a slight connection. Slight. And I work with them at AAW. So I'm going to let that slide. If Kyle was here, he'd be like, "God damn, Jaybone, you're talking about ACH. This isn't NXT. This isn't a fucking NXT review." Vape, drink, vape.
And then
yeah, then he'd mute him.
And then he'd mute me. Yeah. I actually muted myself, but that's what he would do. Yeah.
All right, let's briefly touch on that. Briefly.
All right, so for those who have been under a rock and just not keeping track of stuff going on, get rid of that for a second. So yeah, ACH has been, and I'm not going to go through all the racism things going. No, that's all been gone through ad nauseum on social media, a billion different podcasts. I've talked about it as well.
Yep.
On mine. So look, within the last 24 hours, yesterday, whatever it was, ACH verbally did a video on Twitter, on the Twitter box, saying, "F this company, I quit. I'm not Jordan Miles anymore. That was my slave name, whatever." Ooh, about a minute long or less rant and quit. And it's like, okay. And then he deleted his Twitter.
Did he delete it today?
He deleted his Twitter. Now this is what I said on mine, and it's bringing up again. It's repeating, but I think it bears repeating.
Okay.
There's a bigger picture to this that we, the fans, are not seeing. There are conversations being had that we are not privy to. May we know contents of these conversations and things that are going on behind the scenes someday in some hot shoot interview? Possibly. But from what I'm seeing a very troubled African-American male. Okay? And there's something much deeper here going on besides him just quitting and the racism stuff. There's something going on here. People just don't blow up insanely and do this kind of stuff on social media.
Maybe he's just an asshole. That could be it too.
Oh, damn. Trent went there.
No, I'm just saying, let's be honest here. Maybe he's just pissed off. I think people are giving this a little too much room, you know? Maybe he's just being a jerk. I'm playing devil's advocate. Maybe he's being a jerk. Because I think a lot of people lost it with him when he went in on Jay Lethal. And the reason we're connecting this now, Jay Lethal, Impact legend. But I think people lost with him when he went in on Jay Lethal. Okay? I know we got some African-American listeners in the room. Some of my best friends. I've talked to them about this in the business. And that was one of the things that bothered everybody. How are you going to go into something like this and start throwing out racial terms like that? I mean, he went racist on the culture, like he said, but it was weird, man. It was strange. I think he lost everybody with that. The initial message started off right, and then he turned it into something else. That's how I look at it, man. And I think, look, I worked with him directly at AAW. I've worked with this man, known him for years. I've produced him in some segments, not too many. I didn't work directly in the last 6 months. I worked other towns, but we shared the locker room. I worked at AAW with him. I don't know, man. I just always felt there was a certain disconnect on a few things, you know, with certain people. He dealt with certain people certain ways, other people other ways. Whatever it is, whatever his deal is, man, I just think it needs to stay away from Impact right now, because that's not the kind of press we need. A lot of people are talking about that. Have him come to Impact Wrestling. I don't know, man. I don't think right now he's got to go take care of himself. He's got to take care of whatever he's got to do. I just feel like there's a disconnect on finding himself, man. So
yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, you could perfectly be correct that he's just like, his head is like in a certain level of air. For lack of better words, I'll just say arrogance. And like, you know, maybe he was put in his place and that's what made him explode. Maybe, you know, it could be a bunch of things. Who knows, man? But whatever. Whatever it is, you know, I'm sure we're going to find out eventually. And I can't imagine the WWE hangs on to him, or maybe they'll just make him sit and just stew. But from opinions I'm seeing in the chat, it looks like nobody wants him in Impact Wrestling. And that's basically what I was going to lead to next is, you know, do you think given time is a big thing here. If this blows over, we don't hear shit for a year, contract from WWE is gone, things cool down, he resurfaces in the indies, do you think he'll be given a chance?
I don't think so. I don't think an Impact. I don't think the company needs to separate itself from anything controversial like this. This is not good controversy. Good controversy. Good controversy.
Yeah, I agree.
Sami hit Eddie in the face of the bat. That sucked for Eddie. Don't get me wrong, but it got on TMZ. It was good controversy. This is not good. Impact doesn't need to attach to this, and I think Impact needs to stay away from this. But the whole thing, I'm telling you, you went in on Jay Lethal unnecessarily. That was the weird thing. Jay Lethal is a very loved member of Impact history. Whether he's in Ring of Honor now or not, that doesn't matter. The way he went about it is wrong. I think that was totally wrong. And
he's a multi-time champ, and he's one of the best out there. You know, and everyone's got their own opinions. But yes, I think a majority of the people who are wrestling fans, whether you watch Ring of Honor on a regular basis or not, you know that Jay Lethal is good. Jay
Lethal's great, man. He's a good dude, man. And look, I like this. Jay Lethal didn't say anything in retort, right? He kept cool, man. He didn't stoop down. Look, bottom line, and we'll wrap it up with this, guys. Jay, look at that. Yeah, there we go. That's what C. O'Connor knows what's up. Let's get Kylie Ray in first.
Yeah.
Guys, like I said, she took promo pictures. That's what I know. Bottom line is, if Booker T, the most successful, I would say, most celebrated African-American professional wrestler in history, I would say Booker T is probably the most recognizable name. If he himself said, keep my name out of this, and I disagree with how you did this, dude, you have no case, man. Booker T said, I don't want to be involved in this because you definitely did not do this the right way. That's it. And again, Booker T, also a former Impact star too, briefly, but we're keeping this connected to Impact somehow. Jay, keeping it connected.
Slowly, but to care for, we're trying here. We're trying now.
You can display the nurse was yelling at me earlier about going live. She's working. She's being a nurse, and she's working. She's yelling at me about not putting her on the show. Guys, this is ridiculous. but that's true. You can't say it in person. Her and I were talking about that earlier. He wouldn't say to Jay Lethal in person. Don't say it online, man. That stuff's rude. That stuff is just crappy to say. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get started with this review, Jay. We're talking the November 12th, 2019 edition of Impact Wrestling. You can take that comment down.
I'm working on it. I was just taking a quick swig while you were wrapping up your thoughts there.
Windsor, Ontario, Canada, guys. St. Clair College. I think we got one more at St. Clair after this, right, Jay? One more, I believe.
I believe so. Yeah, I lose track really quickly because you see stuff on social media, the stuff they promote, the shows ahead down the line. Yeah,
So we're going to be wrapping up St. Clair, I believe, next week. Then it's on to New York, where Scumbag Kyle was in the audience with Bison.
Can't wait to see those.
He's front row, guys. You're going to see Scumbag Kyle in Scum HD on your Scum TVs with that Scum son of a bitch cheering his way, promoting Total Nonstop Impact. But let's go ahead and jump into this episode. Jay, the first thing I've heard about this episode, guys, in the chat, give me some feedback. I heard that this episode did not carry as much momentum as the previous week. It was not a bad episode. It was just... we hit a real high, and I think part of that is the damn crowd. For some reason on this episode, oddly, man, never seen Windsor this quiet, but for some reason, Windsor was quiet. What the hell happened to Windsor on this episode? Am I crazy, guys, in chat? Did you hear that? Or not hear that, I should say? Because I think Windsor, Jay, was not what I expected on this episode.
They were... see, and I've talked about this ad nauseum too. They pumped in the fake audience noise during the promos. I'd have to go back and watch what they were actually sounding like during the matches. I couldn't tell you. But the fake audience noise during the promos makes me so mad. It's like, stop that. It's like when they were in Philly, they had legit noise going on in the background. You could hear the boom from the mats, the ring, the crowd popping. You could hear that shit.
Wait a minute, Jaybone. There's a lot of people here trying to tell me I should fight Moose and Ace Austin for the nurses' services. This is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand, by the way.
That is crazy.
What's up, man?
I love you, Trent, but I don't think you would do well in that one.
No, I won't. Moose would kill me. It wouldn't work. Ace Austin, maybe. But he's got those quads. He'll squeeze me like grapes. Dead. Anyway, yeah.
You'd have to
the Mizarks, the Rizats. But go on.
What's that smell?
Oh, dude, we're going to get to that. One of the highlights of the show.
We'll get to it.
But like you said, it was, I don't know if they were piping it in, man. I think sometimes you naturally hear the stuff going on in the crowd. I mean, I've been backstage when they're filming the stuff, so stuff is happening. I don't know if they were piping stuff in, Jay.
No, it's the same tense. If you listen to it, you always hear a little squeal. 10 seconds later, same squeal. 10 seconds later, same squeal. And it's like if you pay attention to it, you hear it. And then once you hear it, you can't not hear it. And then it completely takes me away from the promo. That was my problem with it. I'd be like, oh my God, they're doing it again.
I never listened that deeply.
Yeah. Well, and what's crazy, this is what's crazy. This same 10-second crowd noise has been going on for well over a decade. If you listen, you go on Impact Wrestling at some of the classic footage, it's there too. The 6-sided ring, it's there.
And I never listened that deeply. I don't know. I never listened that deeply to the crowd loop. But
I know that might sound ridiculous and creepy or whatever, but it's there and it's a thing and it's.
All right. Well, hey, let's jump in here. We got some good stuff. The opening match, Jay, awesome match, 6-way. Right. This was 6. Yeah. Brent Banks, Trey, Miguel. I think he's just using Trey more than Miguel. Trey, Miguel, Rohit, Raju, Aiden, Prince, Willie, Mack, Petey, Williams. Now, Petey Williams, they make sure he's on Windsor. He's from Windsor. They make sure he's on Windsor. Yeah, we got ladies. We got ladies in the listener group now. Look at that. Very nice. This was cool. I must have
skipped over it. I missed a few here.
This was go ahead, keep displaying. I'll set this one up. We started off with a bang, guys. This was incredible. This was incredible because this is the number 1 contender match. Ace Austin out for commentary on this one, playing it real cool. They alluded to something new here, that Trey Miguel's mom was in the crowd. Mrs. Miguel was in the crowd.
Oh, and is this going to be a thing too?
I think it is. That's Mrs. Miguel, his mom. So now Ace Austin has gone from banging wives to looking at trying to get Trey's mom. But anyway, before we get into that, the match, fantastic. The match, phenomenal. This is how you open a show. I think every goddamn show should open with some energy like this. You hook people right away by getting them on a really, really intense match like this. I love that these guys all have good chemistry. The sequences are great. Damn it, they need to sign Aiden Prince already. I think Aiden Prince is phenomenal. Very over in Windsor, of course, but this guy needs to get signed. I like Brent Banks also, lacking a little charisma. Not that Aiden Prince is full of charisma either, but he a little more comfortable out there. Brent Banks looks like he's forcing a little bit. Great talent. I'd like to see him develop a little bit more. Maybe next loop around we could try something more with him. But
yeah, I know a lot of people are that they really want what's the female's name you mentioned?
Who's that?
She was in there earlier, or not earlier, but later. Oh, Alexia Nicole. A lot of people want everyone wants them to get signed. Now, I watched her tonight, and I know we're jumping ahead here, but just a quick opinion. I felt like she was a little off tonight.
Well, it could be. I mean, again, I think Alexia Nicole.
And it could have been just her, selling. It could have been that too.
Could be. I think Alexia has shown to be real good in the Jaybone looking like Tupac. She's been really good in the past, especially her Toronto outings were phenomenal. What do you have to say, Jay?
I was looking for my white one. I don't know where the hell it went.
If you get the white one, you got to wear it backwards because Tupac. It's right behind you. It's right behind you. Jay, we can't have this much dead air, man.
All right, it's
why don't you switch bandanas? I want you to wear it backwards.
No, he can. He's smiling. He's happy. Let's just leave it at that. We're good. You can have that one.
It's all right, Jay. I ain't mad at you. Got nothing but love for you. Do your thing, homeboy. Anyway, so this was a great match. I see Trey wins this one, right? Trey gets it. He's number 1 contender. They already announced the match for Hard to Kill, Trey versus Ace Austin. This is awesome for Trey. I'll tell you why. I feel he floundered a lot, especially when Dez and Zach were getting that big tag team run. Even though they didn't get the belts, they were getting pushed heavy, and Trey was kind of lost, man. I mean, he was trying to find himself,
Yeah.
This, I think, finally brings Trey into his own. I like that. This is pretty cool. Good for Trey. Now we need Dez and Zach to get something here too. Tag belts got to go to them at some point here, man. They have put in the time.
Wasn't it right before Slammiversary? They were in line, seemed like a push, and then the North jumped in and.
When I was in Philly for the Philly tapings, they had that false finish the Dusty finish, where they won the belts, and then they got reversed. I really thought that was the next loop through. I thought Slammiversary they had it, but Josh came in. The North really took over, man, and this was big for the North. They really just kind of start steamrolling over the division. But I think the Rascals are in line at some point. So they're eating the skeleton as EC3. Next, Netflix and Drill. What the hell's going on in this chat today, man?
I did not steal EC3 from the WWE. Don't get me mixed up. No.
We go on earlier and everybody's nuts. Look at that. But after the match, Trey went up and congratulated his mother. She gave him a hug, kiss on the forehead, embarrassed him a little bit. But Ace Austin set his sights on Mrs. Miguel.
Yeah, he dropped the shades down and he's like, "Ooh, that's his mom?"
Mama Trey, man.
And Don Callis was basically pulled a heat and he was like, "Would you stop?"
We go to the back, and you were the Philly tapings too, Alicia. That's awesome. I was there. I was front row on the far side, away from the entrance side. But yeah, I was there. But yes. So the Trey's mom, you guys are putting it out. I was trying to kayfabe this, but everybody's putting it out there. She's at Shelly West. She works for Anthem. She's an employee at Anthem. She's awesome. She's one of the big players at Anthem. She does a lot of cool stuff. So she's always at shows.
And she's big on social media too.
She's big. So she's probably liked your tweets. If you guys have been.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We follow each other. I'm not gonna say I know her, but it's just that Impact Wrestling bond. It's cool.
Yeah. She's cool. She's a big part of the growth, man, of recent stuff. So we go to the back. Gabby Lorenz with Rich Swann. Swann pinned Sami last week in a decision that I'm still kind of confused about. But she's basically hyping up the elimination match. What do we got here?
She's not new.
No, she's definitely not new. Alexia, she's just Canadian. She's just stuck up there. She has not. I don't think she has a visa to come down to the U.S.
And I think that's the big issue. It's becoming more and more difficult for people to come here. Unfortunately,
the cool thing is if you get signed, one thing is Josh Alexander, when he got signed is when he got his U.S. visa back. He had lost.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a matter of that, right? It's a matter of if you get signed with the company can sponsor you and then you can start coming out. But you got to get signed first. Yeah. That's a big part of it. So Eddie and Ace feud, I'm guessing it's over, man. I think I was hoping for one more match to just really seal the deal. But I guess it's over. So which is weird because the damn shirt just came out. So now it's kind of second row of the entrance. Shit, we're probably right by each other. Damn. Well, next time. Philly next time for sure.
Have to go back and look at the
probably the tapes. Yeah, probably the tapes. But good to know. See you, O'Connor. But anyway, so the elimination, and we'll get to the elimination match a little later on in the program here. We also we talked to Michael Elgin's back there as well. I'm just kind of going. I got some notes here, guys. So if I'm slightly out of order, let me know. But basically, Elgin, they come back from the break. Elgin's talking about him in the elimination match. I think we talked about Elgin last week, so we had some split crowd, Jay, on the whole Elgin thing. Pound for Glory, that was pretty good. Who put that out? Who put Pound for Glory? That's pretty good, I gotta say. Damn,
that's funny.
If Ace hears this, which I think he does, he might hear this because he's gonna listen to the show because he tells me he listens. So if he hears this, he might be using that for the Bangorama.
There you go. You heard it here first.
That's awesome. But so Elgin's also in the elimination. He hypes up his appearance coming up in that. We go to now. Here's all the Alexia talk. Madison Rayne with Kiera versus Alexia Nicole. Now, Jay, you said her weakest outing, man. What do you think? Why is that? I mean, Madison wins this one and hits with the cross Rayne, got the win. Why her weakest? What do you feel?
Hang on. I'm hearing something in
shit.
Someone's in the back here. Hang on a second.
Is it the Bones?
All right, let's
wait a minute.
Let's cue the feed here.
Scum Stodian is here. Look who's here.
Look who's here. I'm a classroom. This is real. This is a shoot, folks.
God, you're gonna get fired.
I gotta pay the bills, man.
Kyle is here, guys. He's live from the classroom.
Live from the classroom. Right now we're in the midst of some good old vacuuming.
This is fucking great.
This is, this is how we do.
Guys, look at this. Look at how committed Total Nonstop Impact is.
How's the show going, fellas? What are you guys talking about right now?
Great. It's a lot cleaner.
Butterscotch.
It's off the rails.
100.
Bring me one of those.
It's off the rails. We're talking about ACH. We're barely getting into the
show.
Wait.
I gotta tell Kyle something. Your future fucking father-in-law here opened the show talking about AC goddamn H and forced me into it and loopholed it by saying, "Oh, he made a couple of Impact appearances, so we could talk about it." And I said, if this wouldn't happen if Kyle was on the show.
Jaybone, I want you to know something. You have your own podcast outside of our Impact show. You could get that stuff off your chest, on your own time. This is an Impact show. People tune in to hear Impact talk. Trent, I think we should invest in a shock collar. You know those things you put on bed? We put a shock collar on Jaybone. And every time he goes off of Impact to A&W Root Beer Wrestling or WWE the Nick Illuminati, whatever it is, we shock him. That's the only way.
May I just add the soundbite in? What a scumbag!
What a scumbag!
You guys are doing live a cappella almost of my soundbite.
We are. Yeah, we're doing acapella. We're also doing in my ass. We're doing all sorts of live stuff.
We're fake vaping and
yeah, we were fake vape. Oh. I impersonated you. I already took shots at his daughters. For you. I already did all that.
Thank you. Well, then all is well in the universe.
Yeah. We kept it pretty balanced with you being out. But
see, this is what I get paid to do. Stand around and talk on a podcast, and I should be scrubbing these toilets and desks.
We won't show this footage to your boss.
No.
Unless your boss is an Impact fan. Look at the chat's lighting up, Kyle. They're happy to see you, man. They're happy to see you.
The scumbag janitor is live from the classroom.
The scum stodian. This is phenomenal.
Scum stodian. So yes. Wait, Trent. Yeah. How's Jaybone doing with the comments? Is he being lackluster? Is he being lazy?
I gotta say, Kyle, he's doing great with the comments. He is displaying a shit ton of them today.
Keep him rolling. He's
rolling them. I got it. He's getting them good today.
I stopped temporarily because I didn't want to cover you up. I didn't want.
Yeah, it would cover your face. So we're gonna keep
we can't see you. Look at that. We can't even see him now.
Hey. But,
I'm stooging off Jaybone like Don was stooging off Josh, man. That's what.
What part in the show are we at right now? Before I go back to work here.
We just talked about the opening 6-way, and now I'm on the Madison, Rayne, and Alexia Nicole match right now. Yeah.
Did you guys get to Johnny Swinger's beautiful moment yet?
Not yet. But if you want to lend a comment, it's right coming up next. It's right next.
I just want to say that was some of the best television I've ever seen in my 25 years on this earth.
It's gonna be a hot, steamy topic. Let me tell you.
He talked about Harley Race shitting in Dusty's bag. I was like, what the fuck? It was great.
Yep, that's just about what I'm about to do in the children's bathroom over here. So I will talk to you guys later.
Very nice, Kyle. Thanks for joining. Talk to you, guys. What a cameo! He made it. He made it to the show. He made it to the show. Sorry, Jay. I had to stooge you off there.
That's all right. That's all right. It's all out of love. See, look at that.
You got a lot of sympathy in the chat, though, man.
Look at that.
A lot of sympathy. Look at this. Everybody, JV is going nuts over Kyle. He loves him. I'm definitely stooging you. The ratings. I swear to God, whenever we have Kyle, when Kyle's on the show, the ratings are higher. Our view counts and listener counts, phenomenal. And by the way, I want to know.
It's up to 32. How the hell did that happen?
I want to know in the chat. Who listens on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher? If you guys listen on there, let me know because our numbers on there, fucking phenomenal. So I appreciate all you guys listening on iTunes and stuff. That's been great. All right, let's wrap up the Alexia and Nicole thing real quick though. Jay, you were saying you were not a big fan of her outing this time.
It felt like the commentary in this one was a little more entertaining than the match was, but I understand what Madison Rayne is doing. She's you know, she's a heel and she's pointing at her assets. She's the LRL, and that's all good. It just felt like Alexia and Nicole was just a little off in this match, and maybe that was just on purpose. But I do want to say, man, like talk about the commentary. And they did mention that Kiera Hogan is injured. So and they didn't say anything specific. It sounds like it could be, because a couple of weeks ago when she took that bad bump, and she fell out of the ring, and she didn't get back in the ring. So yeah, I mean that's sure could be something legit, and she just stuck around for the duration. I haven't heard nothing. I haven't seen any. I haven't done any other research on it other than what they're saying on here. So who knows? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
She is a 76-time Knockouts champion, that Madison Rayne.
Okay, I have written down here that she's 33 times. So that really went up over the course of the match.
Yeah, I think she won a few. Had a couple of reigns during the match, actually.
Don also said, you know, not to bring up another company, but I'm going to quote Don. She is a former WWF champion. Wow.
The commentary in this was BQ was not a fan of this. Now, Boss BQ, who's the proprietor of the Impact Lounge Chateau, was not a fan. Jake, keep these comments rolling. There's some good ones going on in here.
Yes.
He was not a fan of the commentary by Don at all. He was really not happy with Don on this one because he felt Don went back and forth. I talked to him about it. He was not, thank you. Like he was just, he felt Don went back and forth a lot on this one. He was dogging Madison, then he's back to Madison. Like I said, it's one of those things where, like, I don't know what it is. Like I should be paying more attention to that stuff, and I didn't catch any of that. I know BQ pays attention to those smaller details. I look at more of from a production eye. Yeah, multiple Halls of Fame.
Yeah, thank you. Sting's always coming up with the little fun facts during my stuff too. He's always filling in the blanks for me when my brain turns into Swiss cheese. Multiple Halls of Fame. You guys can Wikipedia that up. I'm sure it's out there. Yeah. But amazing. But she's really something.
So like I said, I look at it more from a producer standpoint. That's what I do at AAW. I look at show flow. And I'm not really nitpicking the commentary too much. I kind of just enjoy it for what it is. But I know BQ is a detail guy, and he did mention a couple of things like that. So I'm going to pay more attention to that, especially about Don. From now on, I'd like to have everybody else chime in on that for sure. If you felt he flip-flopped back and forth on heel face, let us know.
This was the best point that Don made about Madison Rayne. Unbelievable. I'm not sure how this happened, but Marty McFly and Doc might have something to do with that one.
Yes, I think she drives a DeLorean, actually. Yeah. Absolutely. So, what's up? Is BQ in the chat? Where's he at?
Is he here?
Is that the hey? Is that BQ?
That's BQ.
BQ in the chat, man. What's up, brother? BQ. Boss is in the chat. I was just talking about. Look, his ears must have been ringing. I was just talking about. There he is.
There he is.
BQ, give your party people line, brother. Come on,
the boss man.
Boss is in the chat. Boss is about to celebrate 5,000 subscribers on the Impact Lounge. Thanks to all of you guys.
I want to talk about that for a minute. Yeah. The channel is very close, damn near close to 5K subs, and up almost 200 within the last few days, within the last week.
Absolutely. One
of his videos is damn near gone viral from over a year ago. It's very interesting. I've been watching the analytics over the course of the last day or so, because just looking at numbers, seeing what ours is doing, and I noticed that other stuff is blowing up too. So whoever is tuning in for the first time, thank you. I mean, it's really kind of bizarre, but simply awesome at the same time. So let's get this channel to 5,000. The Facebook is doing well for Total Nonstop Impact, and our numbers are going up. It's all gravy. It's awesome.
All thanks to you guys. You guys have been awesome with the with sharing our content. That the interactions on Twitter, I fucking live for them. Seriously, I love all you guys giving us feedback on the show. So keep doing that, please. Keep sharing it around. It's been great. We're on the road to 5,000, and then we're on the road to 10,000. That's the plan here, guys.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Got to keep the goals.
Keep the goals going. And we're also going to remember, we have the Total Nonstop Impact channel too. Other content on there. So that's supplemental stuff too. So go over there, subscribe to that one too. We're a big team. This is one big family of Impact stuff, all headed by a Captain BQ. So anyway, guys, let's keep moving here. This is the segment of the night. Johnny Swinger taking a shit in Ken Shamrock's bag. But he thought he took a shit in somebody else's bag, Jaybone. You want to talk about this? He thought he
Oh, this was, and I forgot to take notes about this, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he thought he took a dump in someone else's bag, and I can't remember who he thought it was.
I can't remember. I totally forgot. I forgot who he mentioned it was, but turned out it was Ken Shamrock's bag.
Oh, he thought it was Petey Williams because Petey Williams showed up and grabbed his bag.
Well, by the way,
because Petey Williams turned him down the week before for becoming one of his young boys or something.
Then he was offering it to Aiden Prince. But by the way, shit, where the hell did Petey Williams get that X Division title belt buckle? Did you see that? He was wearing an X Division title belt buckle. Watch the segment again.
Oh, that is something.
Did anybody else notice that? Petey Williams had an X Division title belt buckle. And I tweeted him, like, where the fuck did you get that? And he hasn't responded to me. I need that belt buckle, man.
That was tremendous. Awesome. It's like having your own little championship. But the guy's a legend in the X Division. So, yeah, it's proper. Yeah.
And he was wearing an old school Team Canada t-shirt. Old school in Canada. Which I think he had. There might have been two versions of the Team Canada shirt, or this is the one he had. It's a TNA, like Canadian A. That's the original one. But Johnny Swinger is hilarious, absolutely hilarious. I loved this whole segment. He was so funny with because he's playing the guy stuck in 1988, you know. Yeah. And his whole thing is like he's doing ribs like 1988, where he's shitting in people's bags and, you know, getting the young boys and Rizats talking with the Carney. Like, it's just awesome. And I love that 2019 people are like, oh, why'd you do that? That's so, you know, what the hell? Like, you're so But I love that Ken Shamrock was like, man, what's up, bro? You stink. You know, like, what the hell? It was awesome. But I just love seeing everybody like, whoa, that's not funny. Like 2019 locker rooms are not finding these ribs funny anymore. So he's like, what the hell? What? But there's a great screen grab of Swinger when he realized that Shamrock's bag, and he's just like, it's hilarious. He's like, shit. So good.
He gonna die. He gonna die.
I'm fine with Swinger just doing skits every week. Honestly, I mean, he can work, but you don't really need him to work. He can just do skits every week. It's great. Him in the background, comedic. He's the swingman.
And that's one of the best things that I've been saying about Impact Wrestling for the last few years is they throw a little bit of everything in there. You got a little bit of comedy. You got great tag team wrestling. Great stories with the knockouts, great heavyweight stuff, X Division. Everyone gets represented, and you get a little bit of everything. It's a lovely bouquet of variety in this show.
People were
consistently
very consistent. I think a lot of people were confused about. They got all these old ECW guys, and they got young guys. And I'm like, but think about it's a nice mixture of everything. I was talking to somebody about this a couple of days ago. If you look at the ECW guys that they do have, instead of focusing on like, oh, it's all the old ECW guys. I'm like, it's actually the ECW guys who can still go. That's one thing people aren't really realizing here. It's not like they brought the Sandman out, who's pretty beat up.
Yeah.
Tommy is pretty beat up. Tommy's still very over. I'm not a fan of Tommy being in the main event, but he's like a very loved figure of that era. But like RVD can still go. Rhino can still go. Swingman looks amazing. Like these guys can still hang is what I like.
When I grow up, I want to look just like Johnny Swinger.
Johnny Swinger, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
I'm gonna get hair implants and everything.
You gotta be in the gym, Jaybone. You gotta get those abs and abs.
This is gonna be all selling, is it?
All right, so take it easy. This is a family show. Okay, take it easy here. Yeah, you kidding me? We got ladies in the audience now. We can't be doing this. The hell did you go? All right, let's get going with this.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
RVD. Speaking of RVD, all right, Jay, I'm gonna mute your mic, man. It's getting ridiculous. Are you done? Let's keep these comments going, Jay. What the hell? What's going on here? Anyway, RVD in the back with Katie Forbes, and it's heel RVD promo. It's his whole. Oh, dude, wait. Side note: Simon Diamond would be great with Johnny Swinger, even though he did. Simon Diamond looks like he's a suburban dad now, man. I don't know about Simon Diamond. I don't know if he has the body like Johnny Swinger, but he's still a great shit talker. Because Simon says he can still talk some shit. But Tom, yeah, I agree, man. Tommy, 2019 Tommy is supplemental and should not be featured. I think that's personal opinion. But hey, Swag fan, thanks for joining us. So RVD's in the back doing these promos with Katie Forbes. He's talking about he's coming back from vacation next week. The both of them are going to be there. A lot of people are liking this heel RVD and oversexed with Katie Forbes and everything. People are digging it, man. So
I have no clue what he was saying in the promo.
Mumbling. He was just mumbling. He was stoned, being RVD.
No, I mean I was just distracted, man.
He was just being RVD, man. But yeah, there's a bit of a distraction behind it.
2 words. That ass.
That ass. The nurse was rating the ass shake to me. She's just like, I'm gonna rate the ass shake. And she gave me a full rating on the ass shake. We had a 38-minute discussion about Katie Forbes and her ass shake, which the nurse put it over. Said it was a good ass shake. Great ass shake. And a good slap on the ass from RVD. This is the kind of things we were talking about. Yeah, one of those, Jay. Jay, you're a father, for God's sake. Can you calm down? All right, give me a break. I mean, you're a parent. You got to set examples. Jesus, people look to you as a father figure. Jake Crist and Daga is next. This was a great match. Now, Jake Crist, the most criminally underrated member of the Impact roster. Can I get agreement here from anybody? Jake Crist versus insert name here is a great match. The guy is so good at what he does, and I think he's so underrated for what he does. He needs to start getting some wins back. I mean, he lost the X Division title, and it's been a bit of a rocky road for Jake, but I love that he's such a generous performer. He makes every opponent look phenomenal. Not that they're not, but I mean, it's a two-way street. And Daga looked great against Jake, and Jake really put him over here, man. I thought that was a great match. Jay, what'd you think of this one?
This one, I wrote down one word: wow. The action in this was ridiculous. It could have went either way, but Daga's in that 5-way that's going on next week. That eventually becomes a 6-way. But yeah, see, you need more heel RVD. See, there
getting over.
Yeah. It's Daga's amazing, and it's so great to see a show finally put him over. He's so underrated. I became a fan of his in Lucha Underground, but because of the injury, he just didn't spend enough time on TV. So
what happened? Give me a little background here. What was his deal? Because I had him at AAW. I know once for sure, maybe twice we had him, and people came out. They like Daga. The ladies love Daga. But I know we had him at AAW.
He's a stud. I mean,
the ladies love Daga, man. I can't remember if it was once. I know once for sure, but I'm not sure about twice. But, man, this was, again, Jake, dude, he's so damn underrated. I think he is completely a workhorse and makes everybody bring out their best in his matches, no doubt. So I think as long as he stays featured, he's going to be he's a vital part of the show. He's with Sami. He's the golden draw. I just don't want them to leave Jake in the dust on this one. The artist gimmick was cool. I'd like that. At least I'd like them to go to that. That'd be cool. Just to give him some more identity. If you're gonna keep workhorsing him to take to help get some things over, then he's got to have strong character. Yeah. So what was the deal with Daga and Lucha though, Jay? Was he just a couple appearances and he was out, or what? What happened?
Yeah, they brought him in at the end of one season, and then he was supposed to be part of the next, and he wasn't in there much. And yeah,
Did he get hurt? Was there an injury?
yeah, he was injured, and they just had to change stuff up, and then they brought him at the end of another season. I believe he was a better part of the last season is where they featured him the most. But and that's when they just started killing off people like crazy. I couldn't even tell you. I'd have to watch the whole thing again because the last season was absolute chaos. I would like, if they don't do anything special individually with Jake Crist, I would love to see more tag matches with him and Fulton, honestly.
Well, it would help get Fulton stronger. I really think now this is a great comment right here. Jake and Swann, best kicks. I totally agree with you. These guys, their kicks are fantastic. It's like watching a kung fu tournament in there, man.
Oh,
the
yeah.
educated feet, as Don likes to say. Hey, who's that guy? That looks like me.
Hey, is that your
it's a ghost, man.
Some
My
weird
right here.
Some weird going on here.
Look on that emoji. It's like, I don't know who that was. Daga, sorry, man. He was an LLW too. Daga's great, man. He needs a good push. I mean, he's dating Tessa Blanchard right now, so
it just makes sense. They're together. You see them tag a lot in the indies together. So yeah,
I do like when I like when they were doing that teamwork, teaming up with that, with him and Tessa, and kind of she was being tough on him and stuff. So we'll see. Okay, this is interesting. And Ray, let's remind me of that comment when we get to the main. I want to talk about that in a little bit down the line. When we get to Sami, let's bring that up because I got perspective on that working with Sami here at AAW, heel and face, and I want to get to that in a little bit. So let's keep going here in order of the review, and then we'll talk about that. So, all right, next up, Gabby Loren with the North in the back. She's talking about their title defense against Eddie Edwards and Marufuji. This was a solid promo. These guys are like old school promos, what they remind me of. It was a little choppy at one point. I think Gabby kind of asked the question at a weird time, and I think they got a little mixed up on who was answering it. But I love how these guys are they're old school powerhouses. The two of them are fantastic members of the Impact roster. I think they have completely defined the tag team division in 2019.
They've really stepped it up. I mean, for those who weren't familiar with them, including myself, as far as them as a tag team, and maybe only saw their solo stuff individually in the indies over the course of the last couple of years on and off, man, sold me quick. These guys together are amazing. Truly
they
amazing.
They are great. Listen, Santos is she's doing the Twitch stuff, Aaron. She was doing Twitch this week. They are great, and these are two guys you absolutely want to have on your roster. Ethan Page, with all he does for the brand, is great. I mean, this is a guy. He's one of those guys, Jay, where I say pay him whatever the hell he wants, because you cannot replicate that kind of passion and branding and dedication to the brand that he does. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
Josh also solid guy. His family's involved. His wife does the Twitch throwback specials and stuff like that. So I love it. They're invested in the company. The company's investing in them. That's what you want out of a growing brand like this. So, and I love them. I'm biased. I love them both. Josh and I have worked together a ton. I'm very close to him in that regard. He's the current AAW champion. So I have a direct link to Josh, and I've worked with him for years. So since the first day I met him, he's been one of my favorite people in this business. So
yeah, I remember you telling me to watch that footage. I watched it on YouTube, the highlights of that tournament from a couple months ago. It's unbelievable. 103, 104 fever and won.
Let me plug that real quick.
Unbelievable.
I got to plug just because if you were talking about the North, if you like Josh Alexander, he wrestled at AAW in the Jim Lynam Memorial Tournament. It was a 2-day tournament. And he won for the title to get a title shot. He had 103-degree fever going on there, 103-degree fever on that tournament, and he won it. We made a documentary about him and Eddie Kingston going up to the final.
Yeah, Kingston. Yeah.
Go to the AAW Pro YouTube and watch this documentary. You will love Josh Alexander even more than you already do, hands down. Absolutely, he's a phenomenal talent. All right, we're getting to Sami right now, so we'll talk about that comment about Sami. But Sami Callihan and Madman Fulton taking on Swann and Tessa Blanchard. I love all four of these people. I love them. I think Swann is one of the most talented wrestlers in the game today. Sami is the top guy in my opinion. Tessa, obviously, we know she's right up here, man. And Fulton
she's just a beast.
She's incredible.
Wow.
I mean, she's a pedigree in the business. You know, her father's Tully Blanchard, her grandfather's Joe Blanchard, her stepdad is Magnum TA. She was raised in that house. I mean, look at all that she has going into this. I mean, it's like she was meant to do it. She's great, and she is. Okay, and we're going to talk about the whole her being announced for the main event of Hard to Kill before the contendership match even takes place. But let's talk about Fulton. Like I was going to close out here. Fulton is a fantastic up and comer. He needs to just keep having these matches. The size is there, the aggression's there. Keep putting him in the ring against top talent like this.
And he's a great worker.
He is. He just needs to keep being around good talent.
Yeah.
He needs to keep being around solid talent and keep him in matches. Keep the guy working against top people better than him, so he keeps getting better. That's what's going to come down to. Let's see. All right, here's what we got. So, pretty good match, back and forth. You know, it was Callihan got the win on Swann on this one with the world title, hitting him with the belt. This was a night, you know, he needed the win, man. Sami went down last week to Swann, and he needed to get that win back. I mean, Sami losing to Swann, I still think it was an odd decision. First match out from the title win, and he lost to Swann. I just felt it was very soon. He got the match back, the win back. It was a good match, very heelish, heel win. But
it takes a focus off of Tessa though for a second.
Yes,
because it's not constantly. They want Tessa is a focus. We know that.
Yes,
but it's not always Tessa. It's oh my God, Swann got a pin. Let's talk about that. You know, Tessa's still over here. I mean, you know, and she tagged with him, and Swann lost here. He still is the contender. Tessa did not take the pin. There's a whole little thing wrapped up in there.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't really pin Tessa here. I mean, if anything, I thought they'd have if OV was going to lose, and thank God they didn't because they can't afford to lose anymore. If they were going to lose, it should have been it would have been Fulton taking that. But I'm glad it was Sami getting the pin back on Swann. I mean, obviously, as a heel in heel fashion, he had to take the he had to cheat to do it. But he, I'm looking at this. Hang on, real quick. I'm gonna Greco All American 210 NCAA. Really, if that's fact, that's awesome. I didn't know that. Super nice guy. He's super cool guy too, and a big son of a bitch. That guy is huge. Fulton's a big bastard, man.
When I was at All Glory and Trent and I met for the first time, and we were in Chicago, Bound for Glory weekend, and they were filing people in and out in front of me from the back to the signing meet and greet area.
Yep. Fulton's
the only guy that walked past me, and I was legit like scared for a second, just like. Dude. Holy shit, look at it. Took me a second, like, who the fuck is this guy? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's Fulton. We love Fulton. Hi, Fulton. You know, he's a big son of a bitch. He's a
big bastard, man. He is a big bastard.
Crazy.
But after the match, they continued to beat down Tessa and Swann until Brian Cage made a run in. The music hits, Cage runs in. And on his way back through the curtain after the whole thing, after the commercial, Gabby Loren interviews him, and she talks about him competing in the Elimination Challenge next week. So he's hyping that up. I feel, now, guys, give me your feedback on this. Jay, I'm going to come to you in a second.
Okay.
Is Cage a little I mean, a bit in limbo right now. He had it. He lost the belt. He had a rematch on the special. He's going to be in the elimination. But where do you go with Cage now? What do you do with Brian Cage? I'm not sure where you go. What do you think?
That's a great question. I personally would love. I mean, once Shamrock gets his bag cleaned out, I would love to see. I would love to see. I would love to see Cage and Shamrock.
That's cool. That is a really good.
And
idea.
it doesn't have to be. Cage turns heel. I mean, if he does, whatever. It's neither here nor there. Shamrock is kind of a, he rides that fine line of heel and babyface, considering what after he lost the Moose, the lines that he was saying, what he wanted to do to the Impact locker room, it sounded a little heelish, but it wasn't straight out, boo, it was fun seeing him do the whole, dick flip thing.
Yeah.
But it's we'll see. So if they're gonna just keep Shamrock in a bit of a comedic mode, he did the thing with Joey Ryan. Now he's doing the thing with Johnny Swinger. I'm okay with that. He's having fun, and that that was a post that he put on social media that did get a little attention. Just telling people, just like, hey, look, relax. I'm here because I'm having fun, and they're letting me do what I want to do. So let's just relax with the whole, because it's Joey Ryan and no.
It pisses me off when people like I listen to a lot of things, right? I listen to Jim Cornette's podcast, and he started digging into Impact specifically about this because he hates Joey Ryan. But he was talking about Ken Shamrock's just there to take their money and this. I'm like, completely out of context. Completely out of context, because that means he didn't watch anything that Shamrock did leading up to the match with Moose. I mean, he got Moose even more over. That buildup was phenomenal. And all of Cornette focused on was, he's doing the dick thing with the dick guy. And it's like, no, dude, that's not it. Let the guy enjoy. He put in a couple of months to build Bound for Glory. Solid, no jokes. And this is what you got. Now let the guy enjoy himself a little bit. So, look, he's 57 years old. I'm not a fan. I've said it before. I'll be public. I'm not a fan of the Joey Ryan thing. I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. It's not my type of wrestling. But if Ken Shamrock wants to do it, obviously Joey Ryan's pretty fucking popular. People like what he does. If Shamrock wants to do it, nobody's putting a gun to his head. Let him do it. He's 57 years old. He's putting his time, man. Let him do his thing.
If he's done everything, all the ass kissing. If he's done all the ass kicking stuff, what else are you gonna do? Have some fun.
Yeah. So that's it, man. That's my soapbox on that. But I'll go back to the Cage thing. There's a couple of people. There's a couple ideas in here. Cage and Shamrock, great. Cage and Fallah Bahh. This could really be what Fallah needs too. I like that. Cage and Fulton. These are some good ideas, guys. Keep this going. All right. Listen, I was wrong. I thought maybe there was you're a little stuck for what to do with Cage. But again, this goes back to this is why you need a mid-card title. You got to give the mid-card something to fight for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what were we saying last week? The Access
title. Call it the Access title. I think Hakeem Fulton put up a poll on his Twitter about what to call it. And I don't think Access won, but I'm going to go with Access title. I like it. It sounds cool. I don't know if it really makes sense on what an Access title is, but it's almost like a television title. You know what I mean? Like a TV. The idea of a TV title back in the old days at the NWA was a title that's defended on TV every week, 15-minute time limits, a title strictly for the television show. That was the idea. That could be very true, Ray. I like that idea. And Ray asked about the Sami Callihan thing. I'm going to talk about in just 1 second. But an Access title, make it your TV belt. I used to love the WCW television title. It was such a workhorse title. Do something like that. I think it'd be really cool to have these guys fighting for that. I can really dig it. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see where it goes from there. Now, Ray had asked about Sami Callihan working face. I've seen. Sammy's never going to be like a rah-rah hero baby face.
Yeah.
He's more going to be like your kind of neutral badass, like a Steve Austin type of baby face where
or Kevin Owens or something like that. Yeah.
Where he's not really begging for the cheers or asking for him. He doesn't care if you do or not, but he's not to be a sadistic guy. I've seen him do that, but he's a better heel, man. Some guys are just meant to be a heel. Like Ricky Steamboat was meant to be a face. You cannot make Ricky Steamboat a heel.
God, wait, I don't think he was ever a heel.
He wasn't. You can't. Well, like when they made Sting a heel, it didn't work. Like Sting as a heel didn't work. So certain guys are meant to be face. Certain guys are meant to be a heel. Sami Callihan's a pure heel. He's good at it. Let him just stick to being a heel. He's fantastic at being a heel. So I would love to see him just stay where he is on that. Alicia makes a good point. People who don't even watch wrestling know who Joey Ryan is. Obviously, he's doing something right. That's so true. That's so true. The guy is definitely doing something right on this,
Before he was doing, he was doing some of the sleazy stuff, but it was before he was doing all the dick stuff is when he was Impact TNA before. And he won that contract. So he is a good wrestler. People forget that.
He is. He can work. And he's got a market, right? He's got a fan base. Let him play around with that fan base. Why not? I'll play into that. Let those people come watch. Why not? I'm okay. Again, it's not my thing, but it's okay with that. It's not a face spitting in. Yeah, it's definitely not a face move. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, he's gonna have to lose. He's gonna have to lose the goober mania if he's ever gonna turn. Yeah.
I once saw a Sami Callihan match before I started working for AAW. In AAW, Sami Callihan and Davey Richards. I'll never forget this in Palatine, Illinois, at a venue called Dirty Nelly's, because I'll never forget this. It was like a 20-minute match of them just spitting on each other. It was constant spit, 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 power move, spit, 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 spit. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And nobody talks about that damn match. Nobody talks about it because it was so ridiculous. I'll never forget it because it was so over the top. But yeah, Sami Callihan. The 2010s thing. It was. I don't know if. It was. That was a cool heel. I was, for some reason, I was still thinking WCW.
Was that the Joker?
No.
Or was that later?
That 2010s heel he's talking about is a Main Event Mafia's thing.
Oh yeah.
Again, he was torn. Remember that now. He was a heel, but he was always like the torn heel. Joker's thing was fantastic, though. To me, Joker's thing was great.
That was crazy.
That was so good. Okay. So, all right, let's get to this main event here, man. Let's talk. Let's get up here. Before we do, though, Jordan Grace confronts Taya Valkyrie, challenges her for the belt. Taya refuses and said but Johnny Bravo takes the challenge. So Bravo, our boy Johnny Bravo. Whoa, William Gardner's not happy with us going early here. We have to please Bill because he is the number one Impact fan. I thought I was, but Bill's got me beat.
Sorry, Bill.
Bill, we had to go early today. We had to go early. I do another podcast called the Backstage Boys Podcast, more about indie wrestling and stuff I do in AAW. You guys can check that one out. I'm recording that later today. We have to go a little early today. So, but nice to have you in here, Bill. Appreciate that. You can always watch what you missed on the replay, folks. Immediate replay right after this airs.
There you go.
Johnny Bravo is petting the Mr. Mundo, the fake dog. The fake dog. And Taya's even like, it's a fake dog. He's like, it's still real to me, damn it.
Wait, what are you talking about? It's fake.
Dog. No, it's real. It's still real to.
It's a real. Yeah, what are you talking about? Fake.
Yeah, Mundo's real. That's fine, buddy.
That dog last week attacked someone in the ring.
That's okay. You're right.
One of the who was it? Madison Rayne. She had to go to the hospital for shots. You didn't hear about that?
No, I must have missed that one.
Oh my God, Meltzer spent 3 hours talking about the rabies shots. It was hilarious.
Oh, Meltzer's talking Impact. That's good. It's always a good thing. Jay, when are you gonna wear your Johnny Bravo t-shirts on the show? Because you were supposed to start wearing those.
I gotta hit the Goodwill. I gotta hit the big Macy's sales coming up. It's Christmas is coming. All the hot deals. And if anybody wants to send me any Macy's gift certificates,
we are going to start.
Christmas is coming.
We are going to start a wish list, and a total nonstop impact wish list, and it's going to include shirts for Jaybone, maybe a shower for Kyle, and maybe
no. See, they're going to ban all vaping products within this next government bullshit. So we got to get him all the vaping products he can now.
That's true.
While they're still legal.
And some leave-in conditioner for me because I got to take care of while I still got it, guys. So let's we'll get that going, Jay. The Christmas card list will be up.
I can vouch for that because I was in Trent's bathroom. I saw stuff in that bathroom that I'd never seen before. It kind of freaked me out because I'm not privy to that kind of stuff in my showers. But I was really kind of just freaking out.
If you guys have an Instagram account, anybody in the chat has an Instagram, I want you to get on your phone right now and go to Hemi Music at Instagram, HEMIMUSIC.
Some amazing hair shots in that.
That's what I'm getting at here. The shots of me playing at Impact's All Glory. I used the good stuff that day, guys. I had to look good for Impact. They were there watching. The hair was on point. Go take a look right now and add us while you're there. Give it a like. Give some photos a like. Add Hemi Music on Instagram, please. We're an independent band, but hey, we're we performed at All Glory. Did I mention Jaybone? Did I mention that maybe 20 or 38 times in the last month that we performed at Impact's All Glory?
I was there.
You were there. That's right.
It was a pleasure to go deaf that night.
Go check the hair. And Jay's right. Oh, the nurse is here. Look who popped in again. The nurse is here. The nurse has popped in. She comes in here to make sure I'm not screwing around on this. She can't hear though because she's working. The nurse is hard at work being a nurse. So I can say whatever the hell I want. So I can get away with murder right now. But thanks. Glad to have the nurse in.
Well, careful. We'll mute you.
No, don't mute me. We just decided nurse and I are going with our pals. Hello, nurse. We're going with our pals. Our pals Basil, who's an Impact photographer, and referee Nate, who's a referee for many, many promotions, who made his Impact debut at Prelude to Glory. All of us are going to the Detroit and Dayton shows the next month. And
nice.
Then we're all going to Dallas. We got our plane tickets. We're all set for Dallas, too, for Hard to Kill. So
that was now the Detroit show. That's the Motown Showdown, right?
Motown Showdown for Detroit, and then No Surrender in Dayton. So we're making the trek. It's not too far from us in Chicago. We're going to be on site, guys. So anybody's going to those shows, all three of them, let us know. We're going to be in the house. Thank you, JV. The performance is also on YouTube. Type in Hemi Impact Wrestling. The whole performance is on YouTube as well, guys.
They put it up there, yeah.
We got it up there. Take a listen.
And that's another reason why I didn't put it up in any vlog type of behind the scenes thing, is because Hemi put it all up on there. So it's like, okay, I could have shared it to my footage, but
share it. You got footage, share it. Bootleg footage. Look at this. Nobody has gone and liked the Hemi Instagram yet. Look at these photos of me with the hair, Jay. Look at this. Look at these.
It's gorgeous.
Quality stuff.
Sexy.
You're missing out. Don't mention the hair. Mir Neeson was really upset at me. Mir Neeson's been very angry at me lately. Sorry, Mir. We won't talk about hair anymore. But if you got an Instagram, go like my photo.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
So let's keep going here. Now we go from that. Bravo, by the way, phenomenal, isn't he? He's just great. He is. Jay, you guys are wearing you dropped $745 on Johnny Bravo t-shirts or dress shirts. You guys start wearing those now.
I'll dig them out.
Moose is constantly pushing his. Wait a minute. I want to make my own hot tub video.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Wait a minute. She's going to be the RVD in the video. She's going to be the one slapping the ass.
Trent, she wants you to shake your tatas.
I guess it'll be me doing it. Someone's got to do it, guys. It'll be
me. Trent, do you know how to twerk?
By the way, Jay, don't ever do that on camera again. Look at the ratings just dropped. As soon as we saw you shaking yours.
What are you talking about? We're up to 38 live. It's higher than before.
Ratings dropped. We're done. We're done. So
hey, we're not kid friendly, okay? Oh,
definitely
by
not.
the way, BQ, if you're still listening, you got to take care of your settings or have one of us do it for you. I took care of mine earlier.
I did that for the other channels. I'll do it for the lounge as well.
There you go.
Yes,
we are not kid friendly.
No, YouTube wants to know if you're kid friendly or not. We're goddamn definitely not kid friendly. That's for sure.
Fuck that.
Moose is on the tennis court, showing that he's a multi-sport athlete. Now, okay, guys, is this his constant like reeling, casting out to Monty Brown? He took a shot at Monty Brown. He also took a shot at Killer Cross. By the way, we're gonna get to that. He took a shot at Monty Brown. He's trying to get Monty Brown in to the. Come on, you guys are cruel. He's trying to get Monty Brown back in the ring for the throwback show. Hey, listen, what are you gonna do, guy? What are you gonna do, Eddie? Eddie P.
Come on, you gotta do the hair flip. Come on.
I can't. I got headphones on. You don't get that. You want to see a hair flip?
Come on.
Go to Hemi Music Television on YouTube. You'll see all the hair flips. There is great hair flips. Do it right now. Open another tab and check it out.
The shot collar.
That's where, Ray knows. That's where we need your shot collar. All right, let's get on with this. Moose is playing tennis. He's trying to go to Monty Brown. I think that's what this is, right? So he's doing the tennis thing now, and he's just dominating, he's killing this poor bastard in tennis. Moose is a great multi-sport athlete. I think Jaybone, you're a dad. Stop that. You're right. Do you guys think he's going to be able to get Monty Brown for the throwback show? Jay, what do you think?
I'm hoping, and it'd be a great throwback. He's been taking care of a lot of legends, and I say legends because not everybody is a legend that they bring back. But he's you call him a TNA legend. He did some pretty awesome stuff. He was a pretty charismatic character. Misused in other places we won't mention. Haven't changed the settings, by the way. Cage is working with Moose next, I believe. Oh, okay. Is that a spoiler?
I hope not.
Those spoilers.
BQ, we're gonna get you off your own channel if you keep spoiling this show for us. You're out of here, pal. All right, we'll see.
If they bring it back, I mean, like I said, as long as they've been consistent with storytelling. Not everybody loves all the stories. I dig them, and I don't love everyone, but I feel like they've been doing a damn good job. So if the story is good, bring them back. Whatever, if he's capable to do it, we haven't seen him.
True,
we have no clue
for years. But I know somebody who has seen him recently in the gym, and they said he could step in the ring tomorrow. The guy is jacked. Yeah, somebody I know, he runs into him at the gym, and he's amazing apparently. So I'm 100% down for Monty Brown making a return, no doubt. All right, we go from this to a squash. Havoc versus Crystal. Crystal didn't even stand a chance. This was a short match.
Crystal. By the way, I want to say rest in peace, Mikey. Mikey, who was on the tennis court.
Oh, poor Mikey. Yeah.
Jeez Louise, buried in a pile of tennis balls.
Speaking of buried, BQ boss calling us out on the show here. Look at this. Come on. Hey, let us have our moment here. Come on. Calling us out. Hey, you're supposed to be on our side here. All right, no worries. Good to know. They posted the card.
Is that the card for next? Is it next week? I didn't even look at it.
No, I like being surprised.
I always find the shit out like after it airs and I watch it late, but whatever.
Moose fights Relic. No, let's not do Killer spell backwards. No.
You weren't a fan of Relic? I loved Relic. Short-lived.
You mean Killer spell backwards? Yes. No,
the TNA Relic.
I know. I know exactly what you're saying.
Tony, what's his neck? No. Okay.
Yes. Sami is playing Jim Cornette in the throwdown. Anyway, all right, so let's keep going on here. So she killed. I mean, there's not much to talk about here. Havoc. It was a squash match to never spoilers. All right, thanks, boss. Appreciate that. It's quick work. It was just a quick match to get Havoc over. Just get her out there. Pretty much keep her on the show. They're pushing Havoc pretty steady, slow and steady with this one. As she as she made her way back, she ran to Susie. There was Susie in the back to greet her. And more Susie, man. I love Susie. Go back. I want to go back to the Chris deals, man. I want to talk about it for a second.
Oh.
Yes, they should have goddamn done a diary for us. We should have done it ourselves too. It was so hectic that day. I can't even begin to tell you. All Glory is very hectic, but it was definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, because I was trying to meet him before the show, and because I was going to drop off stuff at his apartment and then go to the show with him, and he's like, "No, there's no chance. There's just too much going on and all."
A lot going on. Busy day.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, we're on the main here, guys. We are on the main. Let's talk about it. Tag team championship match. The North, Ethan Page, Josh Alexander taking on Eddie Edwards and Marufuji. This was a match that before it aired, Michael Elgin put out a tweet and he said, "This is one of the greatest tag team matches I've ever seen." And so he put it up there as a match of the year. He was really putting this match over. I think it definitely delivered. These four are fantastic. These four are phenomenal. The North at the end sequenced it, got the win, double team move on Eddie, picked up the win. I don't think anybody looked weak in this one. I think everybody looked fantastic. These are a bunch of heavyweights. They look good. They know what they're doing in there. Eddie and Marufuji a little smaller than the other two. Agile, kept everybody moving. But the North's tag team combination moves, their back and forth is extremely crisp. The two have extremely good chemistry with each other. They're best friends, so it shows, obviously. Definitely shows. What do you think of this one, Jaybone? I love this match. I truly feel the North had what a weekend of display on TV. I mean, the matches at over the weekend, on the Impact Plus and Twitch specials.
Yeah.
At Overdrive and Turning Point, fantastic outings there. Then this airs on Tuesday. Another fantastic outing. They look great. The North has been looking fantastic on TV.
I can't believe how good they've been looking. I mean, they really – they clobbered these two. It was a great match. It was a decent back and forth. I actually feel Eddie looked better than Marufuji here, and I'm not sure why that is, if Marufuji was just banged up from Bound for Glory or whatever reason, if he's just, got a bit of a injury going, he's working hurt. I'm not sure. He didn't look that great to me, I feel like he's looked better before, but that's just me. But the match itself was great.
Great match.
The North looked tremendous, strong, not comically weak, anything. No, these guys look just crazy good.
Mirror, that shirt that Josh was wearing is available on Shop Impact. They were selling it when I helped out at the merch table at Prelude to Glory. They had it at the table.
It's the Pro Wrestling tees. It's not on the Shop Impact.
Oh, wait. I thought he was wearing the Walking Weapon t-shirt. Which one are you talking about?
Oh, I thought he was wearing the TNA one.
Oh, the North. I'm sorry. The North in the old TNA logo.
Yeah.
That's on Pro Wrestling Tees. Yeah. Sorry, I thought he was wearing his Walking Weapon t-shirt. But yeah, that's on Pro Wrestling Tees. They have it on their Impact section. It's very cool shirt.
Pretty sure that was, but yeah.
Really cool shirt. Awesome. Well, that was the main, we went off the air with that. That was a solid main event. It was, so this show, as I mentioned earlier in the episode here today, guys.
Yeah, this was a trip right here. I don't remember if you said that.
Yes,
or not.
I didn't mention this, but I just mentioned the interaction. But she touched her to get her out of the way, and she had all the flashbacks.
Yeah,
I loved it.
But then Susie was just kind of like, whatever, and then kept going. So yeah, something. Man, it's.
Is anybody in the chat a fan of Lost, the TV show Lost? Jay, did you watch Lost?
I've never not one episode. Oh,
so when she touched her, reminded me in Lost, there was in the last season, they were doing this thing when they finally connected with each other at during this kind of weird time period of the show. When they connected and they like touched each other, they had all these flashbacks of their past, and it reminded me so much of that. It reminded me so much of that it was like once you made the connection, it was like this whole flashback of all your interactions you've had with that person. So that's what it reminded me of. It was kind of cool. So if anyone's a fan of Lost, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That was very much up that alley. So it was, obviously we're in a little supernatural type of thing here too. So it was interesting to see that.
Critical Sting says the T-shirts are also on Amazon. That's interesting.
I never looked on Amazon for those, but that's cool. But we'll check it out. I'll look on Amazon. It makes it easy to order. I love Amazon.
Yeah, if you got
Prime shipping, baby.
I was gonna say, if you pay for the Prime, boom. Yeah.
I let my sister pay for the Prime and gift it to me. It's great.
Even better. Even better. I think we have Prime. I don't know if we.
Well, I want to talk about one last thing before we go. We mentioned it earlier. Moose took a shot at Killer Cross pretty bad on Twitter. Did anybody see this? This was heavy. I mean, him and Cross were going back and forth heavily at each other. And I think it was a little tough. I mean, because like it wasn't just like playful. Because I know Sami did something today too, but he crosses Revolver champion, so obviously I think Sami's more on the work end of it. But Cross and Moose, that was heavy, man.
Yeah.
And we don't have it pulled up here, but it was pretty damn heavy. Yes, at least you know what I'm talking about with Lost. But
I could find it if you want.
If you want to pull it up while I'm talking about it. It was my wonder now, okay, Moose is the top guy at Impact. Where does this lead? Does it lead to anything? Or are we hinting at anything here? Do these two have major heat? I mean, they were kind of teamed up, but I know Moose is a company man. I wonder if he is he's protecting the company a little bit, standing up for Impact on this one. I don't know what even triggered it all out. It was kind of seemed like it maybe pent up beef between the two. Are they working us? A lot of speculation on what this all meant. Who knows? We're not really sure where this is going.
Oh, have you seen this?
Yeah, pull it up. Can you display it?
This
yeah, go ahead and show that too.
It's not the hang on.
Let's see what we got. But it was, I wonder where they're going with it. What do you think they're doing with all this?
I don't know if this is real.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's what does it say?
Says I married this woman at 5/13/20.
Yeah,
and then he goes down to here and says congrats and all this other stuff. And
does she know?
Austin Aries says, does she know? And Moose says, nope.
That's Mrs. Moose, though. That is the fiance, no doubt. Now, she was that. Now if you could see,
I'm looking here.
Look! I mean, look at he's talking right there. I'm talking about no disrespect to Sami. I'm gonna fuck him up when I see him.
Is this the thing?
I mean, there's a lot of that, man. I guess Killer Cross. Look at this. I guess Killer Cross is supposed to be this psychopath, says scary things and threatens to show up unexpectedly to hurt people. What a joke. How would I play this game with you? Maybe I'll show up to one of your shows this weekend and beat the fuck out of you. This is like shots fired, man. This is pretty intense. I mean, look at Taya's in on it. Shit. I mean, some of the Impact, the regulars are on this commenting. This is pretty heavy, man. Go back to the main timeline, Jay. The fact that some of the other rosters commenting. I mean, look here. Go up a little bit. Cross responds, and he says, "Pure class, bud. Bring that same energy and date, and when you see me in person," and he flips him off.
Yeah.
And then he's talking to Sami. Dude, this is pretty nuts because, I mean, they're going to see each other in Dayton. The Dayton show they're going to cross paths in Dayton.
Or you could just take me off the show to avoid drama.
Dude, I'm saying there's something to this, man. All I know is this makes me want to go to Dayton way, way more. I just want to see what happens.
And then it goes to this. So I don't know.
I'll say this: the guy, he's not scared of putting his feelings out there. Like, good for him. We'll see what happens there, man. It was just so crazy. I didn't expect to see that the other day. So who knows what happens with that? We'll find out in a few weeks, guys. Yeah. But that's I wanted to go over. I wanted to see if anybody has any take on that because that was pretty nuts.
Hey, look who showed up in the chat.
He's in the chat. He made a run in earlier. He's there, man. He is keeping the schools of Long Island clean.
Yes.
And running it on this podcast.
Back to work, scumbag.
Back to work, you scum son-in-law, right? Tell your son to go back to work. All right.
Oh, and I want to remind people. I know we've been talking about this. Oof.
Yeah, let's get off that comment.
Want to remind people we've been sharing this. We're going to share it again on social media. Go to the Wrestling Hub on Twitter. They got an award show coming up, and voting is going to stop in 10 days, folks. 10 short days. The award ceremony is December 8th. Please go to the Google Doc that they are sharing. I got a good feeling about this, guys. We're up for several different awards, duo, trio, live, and there's also others that you can just fill in the blank if you want to vote for Total Nonstop Impact and vote for Smash This Podcast Best Solo.
Smash This Podcast is nominated. The Impact Lounge is nominated, but Total Nonstop Impact as an individual show is in several categories. Give us the votes, guys. Give us the thumbs up. No thumbs down, just thumbs up. Give us that vote. Let us know what you think of us. We want
look at this guy. Look at that. Look at that. Don't vote for Jaybone solo show. No, look, I've been doing this for 6 years. Yeah.
Kyle, where are you to mute his mic? He's losing his mind. We got to cut out. We got to get off the show. Hour and 25 minutes. If you guys came in late, the replay is up immediately after we cut out of here. So don't forget to check that out. The iTunes and all those feeds will be up the next day or so. So, Jaybone, let's get some plugs in here, and then we'll let these people go. Where can people find you?
You can find me on the old Twitter box at Jaybone5150. That's Jaybone 5150. Also on that other little YouTube called Smash This Podcast. Smash This Podcast is also on Twitter, Facebook, and Insta. What is it? Instagram? What the kids are all
Instabone.
Instabone.
That's enough out of you. All right, guys, you can also make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Vanilla Joke. Also, make sure to follow the show, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at We Talk Impact. One word, We Talk Impact. The show will come up. Just type that into Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Follow us. Hey, cut her off. Cut her off. No, that's ridiculous. And it's RVD, not JVD. And it's going to be me. Anyway, guys, don't forget this show is also available wherever podcasts are found. Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, and Spotify, and wherever podcasts are found. Rate, review, subscribe. Let us know how you think we did. If you like this show, put it in the comments of the show. Rate it a 5-star. Get the word out there. It's going really well. We appreciate you guys putting that out there a little bit. Thanks, boss. All the feeds are updated. The Impact Lounge, don't forget, also has a iTunes and Stitcher feed. We updated. We were a little backlogged in some of these episodes on there. They're all up to date now, along with BQ's reviews are on there as well.
Oh.
So subscribe on that. Oh, wait a minute. Another run-in?
Where's everybody going?
We're leaving. We're finishing up.
We're wrapping it up over here.
Starting now. I just got
Get your plugs in, Kyle.
follow the scumbag himself at KL_TNI. Hey, the show wasn't over. I figured I could still come in quick and mooch some plugs out of you,
You know what's funny? I just see like your head, like it's all black around you. You're like Zombie from Pee-wee's Playhouse. It's just the head.
Let me lick Jaybone's daughter's hole.
Oh my God, guys, connect with us on social media. We'll talk to you later. I think I got all the plugs in there, right? Total Nonstop Impact, Impact Talk for Impact fans, Scumbag son-in-laws for scumbags, father-in-laws. We're out of here, folks. We'll talk to you next week. Great running at the end, Kyle. I gotta say,
Papa Jaybone's having a stroke over here.
We got the draw finally showed up. We're gonna really pump these numbers up. Jaybone, we'll see these people later. Let them go. Kyle, you got any parting words? No, he's out.
He's out.
We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining us again on another episode of Total Nonstop Impact. We will be back next week with the review. Good night, everybody.
Love you. Take care. Vote. Go vote.